I'm Swastika Panda from OdishaTV.in bringing you today's news from Odisha. First the headlines. State government hikes quota for ST/SC students in seats of government higher educational institutions to 22.5%. Government asks bus operators to install CCTV cameras and GPS systems in all the buses to ensure safety of passengers, especially women. Odisha to get a stretch of 400 km in centre's mega project Bharatmala, proposing a 5,000 km road network connecting country's land border and coastal states. The Odisha towns to find place among 100 smart cities to be identified by the centre as part of its ambitious ₹48,000 crore project. And in a surprise development, former Chief Secretary Vijay Patnaik joins Vedanta Group as the president of its university project. Now the details. In a welcome development for the students belonging to scheduled caste and scheduled tribe categories, the state government has increased the percentage of seats to be reserved for them in government higher educational institutions. According to the new guidelines, the quota for students belonging to the SC category now stands at 22.5% as against the earlier 12%. Similarly, the state government increased the quota for the ST students to 16.2% from 8% earlier. A formal notification in this regard was published yesterday after the approval of Chief Minister Navin Patnaik. Higher Education Additional Secretary Durga Prasad Behra said the state government has approved the proposal for increasing the quota of SC and ST students in government higher educational institutions. These revised guidelines will be implemented from the next academic year.
कमिटी थिला स्टेट लेवल कमिटी से डिसाइड करते गवर्नमेंट को जाइला अनुमोदन कि 12% एसटी मान 22.5 है सेमती एससी मानकर 8% थिला 16.25 है माने एडमिशन क्षेत्र में से वृद्धि पाई जोटा कि आसंता शिक्षा वर्ष कार्यकारी कर तर्जमा कर विभिन्न जो एसटी डिपार्टमेंट आमर हाई लेवल कमिटी हाइपर कमिटी डिसाइड करथिला से अनुसार प्रस्ताव जाइथिला सरकार अनुमोदन करछंती आर आसंता शिक्षा वर्ष कार्यकारी हबो.
In a bid to beef up safety and security of the passengers, especially women commuters, the state government is all set to make it mandatory for all the bus operators to install closed-circuit television CCTV cameras and global positioning system GPS in their buses. A formal notification along with the draft guidelines has been published by the Commerce and Transport Department. According to the guidelines, no route permit will be issued to operators who fail to install CCTV cameras and GPS system. Transport Minister Ramesh Machi had earlier said, keeping safety of the passengers in mind, especially women, the state government is planning to amend certain rules and regulations in Odisha Motor Vehicles Rules 1993. We are planning to amend Rule 73 in which, while issuing permit, bus operators will be asked to make provisions of CCTV cameras and GPS in the bus. Moreover, all details of the staff members of the bus will also be maintained with the concerned authorities. However, Private Bus Owners Association Secretary Debendra Sahu has raised certain doubts over its effectiveness.
यात्री माने जेतेबेले बस रे जाउछन्ती विभिन्न समय विभिन्न घटना जो घटुची ई घटना को एडेवा पई एवं यात्री माने सुरक्षित भाबे पहुंचीबा सहित प्रत्येक बस रे मध्ये लोकेशन मध्ये जणा पड़ी जो एबे नूतन बस पई ए व्यवस्था करा होची एवं परवर्ती समय जेते बस रहिची और सीसीटीवी एवं हमर जीपीएस सिस्टम अन्य जहाँ रही बाध्यतामूलक
ऑब्वियसली बहुत भल ही रहा नारी माने सुरक्षित रे जेहेतु आजिकल बस रे एते सब माने दिल्ली रे भी गोटे केस घटी रिसेंटली तो बहुत भल हम
आम टे आग पक्ष विचार करूँ कौन हो ठीक भाव में भाव में यूटिलाइज कर पुणी आमर कौन सुविधा असुविधा से देखा अच्छी फाइनेंशियल इम्प्लिकेशन अच्छी वी डोंट थिंक जीपीएस किसी आवश्यकता आम ओडिशा अच्छी जीपीएस केवल आप कंट्राक्ट कि ट्रक मानक आवश्यकता ही.
The centre is all set to come up with a mega road project proposing a 5,000 km road network to connect the country's land border and coastal states under a new scheme to be christened as Bharatmala. In this ambitious plan, Odisha is proposed to get a stretch of 400 km road. The ₹50,000 crore road network, which is expected to take off later this year, will pass through all the states sharing international borders with neighbouring countries like Nepal, Bangladesh, China, Pakistan and Bhutan. According to reports, the network will stretch from Gujarat in the west to Mizoram in the east and cover 10 other states. The government hopes to finish the project in 5 years. A Union Road Transport and Highways Ministry official said, besides building the missing links, extension would also be done where no road exists at present. These will provide connectivity to the huge number of ports which will be part of the Sagarmala project. Once completed, these will provide seamless connectivity along the borders, which is crucial for strategic reasons. The Smart Cities mission, which was approved by the Union Cabinet yesterday, includes 2 cities from Odisha out of the 100 identified. The mission aims at promoting efficient use of available assets and enhancing the quality of urban life. Union Tribal Affairs Minister Jwel Oram said, in all, 500 cities will be covered under the mission in phases. In the first phase, 100 cities have been identified, out of which 2 are from Odisha. The work has already started with participation from the state government. The Smart Cities project would have an outlay of Rs 48,000 crore, an official release said. At a meeting chaired by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, the Cabinet also gave its approval to the Atal Mission for Rejuvenation and Urban Transformation Amrut of 500 cities with an outlay of Rs 50,000 crore. Under the mission, each selected city would get central assistance of Rs 100 crore per year for 5 years. The Cabinet has also approved the central spending of about Rs 1 lakh crore on urban development under 2 new urban missions over the next 5 years.
फेज वाइज 500 सिटी हेबार अच्छी किंतु बर्तमान 100टा सिटी जो हम से ओडिशा रे 2टा हम एटा तो आरंभ हो गलानी काम हो गलानी किंतु एटा स्टेट गवर्नमेंट रो इन्वॉल्वमेंट भी से रहे.
In a development that may rekindle the debate over top bureaucrats taking up corporate assignments after retirement, former Odisha Chief Secretary Bijay Kumar Patnaik yesterday joined Vedanta Group as the president of its university project. Recently, Patnaik had resigned as a member of Odisha Human Rights Commission and was rumoured to be the next Chief Information Commissioner of the state. However, he'll now lead the company's University cum Smart City initiative as part of Anil Agrawal Foundation and will be based out of Bhubaneswar. Sources said Patnaik will also direct other initiatives on behalf of the foundation. An IAS officer of 1976 batch, Patnaik had a distinguished career in civil services. He was Principal Secretary to the Chief Minister before becoming the Chief Secretary of Odisha in September 2010. Post-superannuation, he was appointed as the Chairman of Odisha Staff Selection Commission and subsequently an OHRC member in July 2014. Nationwide debates have raged many times in the past over the issue of high-profile babus joining corporate houses after retirement, demanding for honouring former Odisha Chief Minister and legendary leader Biju Patnaik, popularly known as Biju Babu, with country's highest civilian award. Bharat Ratna gained momentum with BJD MP Anang Uday Singhdeo raising the issue in Rajya Sabha yesterday. During 0 hour in the upper house, the MP drew the attention of Union Finance Minister Arun Jaitley while narrating the contribution of Biju Babu in freedom struggle of the country. Singhdeo also remembered Biju Babu's valiant contribution towards Mukti Yuddha of Indonesia. He appealed to the MPs, irrespective of their political affiliation, to meet Prime Minister Narendra Modi and demand Bharat Ratna for Biju Babu.
Biju Babu Bharat Ratna paun and he is deserving बोलिक उठे थी आज 0 hour रे आश्चर्य कथा so many governments have come and gone तांको तांको ड्यू मिलिनी ए जिनिस मु उठैथिली एवं मु देखिली जे अक्रॉस द पार्टी लाइन्स सबु के समर्थन करले ए कथा को.
The results of annual high school certificate HSC examinations conducted by Board of Secondary Education will be declared in the first week of May. Informing this, School and Mass Education Minister Devi Prasad Mishra said yesterday that though preparations for publication of the results have reached final stages, a rechecking of answer sheets is currently being carried out to ensure an error-free result. As many as 5,92,000 students had appeared for the matriculation exams, which were held from February 23rd to March 9th this year.
चूड़ांत पर्यायर यहाँ पहुँची एवं आमे ताकू टेलिंग आउचे कि सब जो जो काम करवा कथा से भी चली द्रुत गति एवं आमे तार मे प्रथम सप्ताह रे एक प्रकाशित हम बोली बोर्ड कर्तृपक्ष जहाँ इंटरनल इनफॉरमेशन मे प्रथम सप्ताह सुधा या प्रकाशित हो संभावना हो.
The clamour for setting up the proposed Indian Institute of Management IIM in Odisha at Sambalpur reverberated in the national capital when a 12-member delegation representing Western Odisha met Prime Minister Narendra Modi in New Delhi yesterday. After a half-an-hour meeting with Modi, the delegates were optimistic about the prospects of an IIM in Sambalpur. The delegation comprised BJD MP from Sambalpur, Nagendra Pradhan, BJP leader Sarath Pujari, members of various social organizations from Western Odisha and academicians. After meeting Modi, Pradhan said, irrespective of any political affiliation, we met the Prime Minister today. The discussions were fruitful and we are hopeful that we will be able to bring an IIM to Sambalpur district. Pujari said there seems to be an in-principle consensus between the Prime Minister, HRD Minister and Home Minister over setting up the IIM in Sambalpur, and we are optimistic about it. The state government on March 2nd had recommended the HRD Ministry to set up the Premier B School in Sambalpur. Chief Minister Naveen Patnaik had said in a letter that the state government is open to the idea if the centre relaxes the site selection norms.
दल मत निर्विशेष साधारण लोकंकर आशीर्वाद नहीं प्रधानमंत्री को भेटी एवं आलोचना बहुत सफल होती मु आशा करें समस्ते आशा करें निश्चित भाव में आईआईएम सम्बलपुर पाइबा
आईएम बाबद से बाबद एचआरडी मिनिस्टर गृहमंत्री प्रधानमंत्री प्रिंसिपल तीन ही एकमत एवं आम आशावादी अच्छु आगामी दिन रे आईएम सम्बलपुर ही प्रतिष्ठा हम.
The centre's decision to stop providing funds for modernization of the police force has raised concerns over the development and upgrade of police infrastructure in the state. Expressing his apprehensions on the issue, Director General of Police Sanjeev Marik said the prospective issues will be brought to the notice of the centre. A discussion on the matter was held at the Secretariat yesterday, in which Marik, Additional Secretary for Finance R. Balakrishnan and senior officials from Home Department were present. According to Marik, the centre has been providing Rs 127 crore for the past 15 years for the modernization of the police force in terms of mobility, equipment, infrastructure, etc. We will urge the central government to reconsider its decision to stop providing such financial assistance, he added.
127 कोटी आसला मॉडर्नाइजेशन रे एसआईएस रे फाइनेंस कमिशन रे सब मिसी करी तो वर्तमान रे जे केंद्र सरकार कहते सब स्कीम रहिबो नहीं या जोगु पुलिस रो अधिकृतकरण और अन्य प्रकार विकास बहुत बड़ झटका हेबो बाधा हेबो.
Chief Minister Naveen Patnaik yesterday laid the foundation stones for Tata Steel funded 100-bedded super specialty eye care hospital and an ITI by NTPC at Hinjili in Ganjam district. The MOU with NTPC for setting up the ITI at Bhushanda was signed by the government recently. It will be a world-class ITI and around 200 skilled students will pass out from this institute every year, Patnaik said at a public meeting in Sheragad. The proposed ITI will be constructed at a cost of Rs 7.72 crore. It will have advanced vocational training facilities to cater the high-end finishing skill training. Meanwhile, the eye hospital to be built on 4.5 acre of land will be run by Tamil Nadu-based Sankara Eye Hospital and offer modern eye care services to the people of Ganjam and nearby districts. The Chief Minister handed over a cheque of Rs 6.7 crore to Sankara authorities as part of the grant of Tata Steel for construction of the hospital. In January 2015, an agreement was signed between Tata Steel and Sankara to extend financial support up to Rs 42.3 crore for the hospital. Now a good news for the cine lovers. Tarang Cine Productions' first venture Ishq To Hi To completed 100 days of running daily shows continuously at Durga Cinema in Jajpur town. As it seems, Odia cinegoers are not yet over with this inter-community love-based flick released simultaneously on 60 screens throughout the state last January. After a long time, Odia film lovers got a movie which has everything in it: music, lyrics and storyline. Acting is also praiseworthy, said Durga Cinema managing director Ravindra Sahu, who himself is a big fan of the film's music. Besides Durga, the movie is also running at 5 other theatres in the state. They are Partha Sarthi in Sora of Balasore district, Talkies Subhadra in Kujanga of Jagat Singhpur district, Milan Talkies of Rajgangpur of Sundargarh district and Gauri Talkies in Buguda and Sri Lakshmi Talkies in Begunia Pada of Ganjam district, an official of the production house said. Before wrapping up, the headlines once again. State government hikes quota for ST/SC students in seats of government higher educational institutions to 22.5%. Government asks bus operators to install CCTV cameras and GPS systems on all the buses to ensure safety of passengers, especially women. Odisha to get a stretch of 400 km in centre's mega project Bharatmala, proposing a 5,000 km road network connecting country's land border and coastal states. The Odisha towns to find place among 100 smart cities to be identified by the centre as part of its ambitious ₹48,000 crore project. And in a surprise development, former Chief Secretary Vijay Patnaik joins Vedanta Group as the president of its university project. Thank you for watching. Good night.